it's all and welcome back to my channel for another video, and today I'm going to be sharing my November plan with me, and it is pumpkin pie theme with a cozy fall aesthetic, and I'm very excited to share this theme with you guys, so I hope you will like it. For my journal, I'm using a notebook from Amazon. I will link everything that I use in the description box of this video, so if there's anything that you are interested in for yourself, you can go check it out there. Those are the fine liners that I use for all of the outlines, and then for the colors I went with the Tombow Duo brush markers, and I used a combination of orange, beigey colors with some blue and green for all of the colors of this theme, as well as some browns for the actual pies. So now that all of the supplies are listed, we can get into the actual video, and if you are interested in a particular spread, I will leave timestamps of this video down in the description box as well, so you can skip ahead to any part that you are interested in. For my theme, I was inspired by pumpkin season, obviously, and also Thanksgiving. Even though in my country we do not celebrate Thanksgiving, I've always seen Thanksgiving in movies, so I was inspired by the traditional pumpkin pie. And I've already done a previous theme last year in September that was apple pie themed, and I absolutely loved drawing the pie doodles, so I wanted to bring it back but kind of do a different take on it. So for the doodles in this cover page, I have the big pie in the center, and then it is on a blanket, and then I have some leaves, which is why I have some green in the color scheme, and then I added a slice of the pie and also some pumpkin doodles. And for some change, because I've always done pumpkins viewed from the side, I saw a doodle in another bullet journal that I saw on Pinterest that was from the top, and I absolutely fell in love with that doodle, so I brought it in my journal for this theme, and I absolutely love how it turns out. I did do both styles of pumpkins, you will see that later on with the calendar, but I wanted to have this kind of like seeing everything from the top and then also having the slice. And I did different kinds of pie, so the one I'm coloring in right now, you can see that there's some some dough on the top and some whipped cream, and then the one, obviously the bigger one, doesn't. And now that the cover page is done, I'm going to be moving on to the calendar spread for this monthly setup, and I decided to go with a more minimal style for the actual calendar. I did separate squares for each day of the month, and I used the orange color that I used for the insides of the pies to draw out the shapes, and I did kind of rounded boxes with rounded edges, I should say. And I do have to say that the color of the actual pen looks a lot more yellow in the video than it does in real life. It's actually a pretty bright orange, but a light orange, but it does look very yellow on camera. And then once I had all of that done, I moved on to drawing around the page all of the doodles that I wanted to add, starting with some pumpkins and then some leaves and as well another slice of pie. For the upper part of the right page, since I had a little bit more space, I decided to draw out the pumpkin as well as a leaf, and then I drew a pie in the corner with another blanket. I really love how the blue looks with all of the orange tones, and I decided to do a plaited pattern on the pie, as if it's with dough on top, obviously, but that's the doodle I learned to do while I was doing the apple pies, and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to bring it back for this theme. And then all of the doodles were made, so I just took the time to color everything in. I used a very, very light brown to do the crust of the pie, and then the darker orange as well as the more pinkish beige for other pumpkins, like there's in the down corner in the left. And then I just colored everything in. I just really like the simplicity of this page. There's a lot going on, but it stays really simple. And the last step to completing this page was just to add the title, and I decided to have a bigger letter for the end of November and then just using simple calligraphy for the rest. I still had to draw in the leaves, so I did that, and then I added the numbers inside of the calendar for each day of the month, and that was basically all that I did for this page. And now I'm moving on to the master to-do list spread, which is a really nice spread to organize all your month in one place with just a giant to-do list. It's a really great spread if you just want to dump everything that's on your mind in one place and be able to use it later on with your weekly spreads or any other spread to just organize yourself. I personally really enjoy doing that, to have a place that I can write down anything that crosses my mind that I think I need to do. And I just did a simple box that is as wide as the page, and then almost as tall as the entire page. Obviously, I just have the space for the title at the top, and I used the purple bluish color for the title, and then I just decorated the spread. I have a column for checking a task when it's done. The middle section is for tasks, and then at the end for the due date. And if you are interested in any of the pages that you see in this video, I actually have an Etsy shop and I sell digital versions of these pages which you can print at home for yourself. So if you are interested, you can check those out. I have currently them on sale until November 1st. So if you would like to get your own pumpkin pie theme bullet journal spreads to print at home or use digitally, then you can go check them out. The link is in the description box down below. But now we are moving on to the mood tracker. So for this mood tracker, I decided to go with having different pies to then have them divided into sections to color in. So you're coloring basically the inside of the pie, and then because I needed less than 3 full circles to have enough days for the entire month, I decided to just take a slice out of the first one and kind of draw like there's a missing piece, and I added the missing piece at the top just to fill in the space. And then I have this giant one in the middle which has the most slices. I don't remember exactly how many I got, but I think I got 16 out of the big circle, which I then numbered, and then I did another smaller pie at the bottom, which is smaller than the first one at the top, and I filled in with this little cute little pumpkin the bottom, the middle section where I had some blank space, and then I added in the down left corner the key for adding the color coding system to color in the pies with your mood. I really love this monthly mood tracker. I think it's probably one of my favorites that I have ever made. I really like it. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one. It really turned out really cute. I then added the mood tracker title at the top and colored in the parts that are not used by the actual tracker. For this next spread, I'm going to be making another tracker, and this time it's going to be a habits tracker. And I really love using habits trackers. I've been using one for many years now, and it has really helped me. So I always come back to using a habits tracker to structure my day and have a reminder of what I need to do throughout the day. I'm really bad with actually setting habits if I don't have a reminder to do them. So that's why I love having a habits tracker in my bullet journal. And for this one, I decided to have the 3 different sections, which are also with 3 different colors for their headers where you would put the name of the habits. And then I just have the little pumpkin doodle at the bottom, and inside of each section I have the mini calendars for 3 different habits. I really was searching for a new layout for a habits tracker because I feel like I go a little bit in circles sometimes with the habits trackers that I do. So I really wanted to have something new to share, so I did this one, and I was able to get 9 habits out of this layout, which I think is pretty good. And you can also use this one to maybe have, like, if you have 3 different kinds of habits, so maybe you can set 3 habits that are for your health, and then 3 for your mental health, and then 3 for, like, I don't know, like self-care maybe. So you can have 3 kinds of habits as well and separate them with this layout. And then all I needed to do left was just to make the header, which I just wrote habits tracker with some brown, and then I just did some doodles on each side. I did another little pumpkin and then a pumpkin pie with another slice that is taken out of it but without the slice being somewhere else. These 2 are like super quick to make, so I really love these doodles. They're really quick to make and they're pretty easy as well. And we are now on to the second to last spread of this video, and it's going to be another tracker, and it is a sleep tracker, and it is a very simple one, but I always like to share like really simple spreads. This one can be done in less than 5 minutes if you really wanted to. I took the time with some of the decorations, but it could be made in less than 5 minutes, and it can really benefit anyone with any sleeping issues, or just if you would like to be more aware of your sleep, or if you want to sleep more or see your sleep patterns or anything. Basically, I just have on the side the days of the month. I have a line for each day of the month, and then at the top it is left blank to add in the hours. I usually leave enough space to have a 24-hour clock, and then I can just write down or color in, maybe is more appropriate to say, the numbers of hours slept, and it's really fun to do and use, so it's really helpful to actually use on a daily basis. And now for the final spread of this monthly setup, I have a weekly spread to share, and I had a lot of fun with this one. I did a lot of drawing and went all out with the doodling, but it's also very simple weekly spreads that stays really practical to use. Basically, I divided the page into 5 sections, and the first one at the top is slightly taller than the rest of the other ones, and the ones at the bottom are the ones that will be used for the daily sections, and I have 8 of them, which means I also have one that I left for notes, or you could use it for to-do list or events or anything that you want. You could also use it for maybe like a meal tracker, which is always really fun to have in a weekly spread. But for myself, I just left it as a note section so I can use it for whatever I want. And then for each day, I just added a small doodle on right below the name of the days, and I used the orange to draw out the first letter of the days of the week, and then just a black fine liner for the remaining 3 letters. And then I just drew out all of the doodles that I wanted. Since I didn't have a lot of space to work with, I just kept them pretty small and pretty simple, but I have a couple slices of pie, 2 pies that are whole, and then the rest of them are just some pumpkins, different shapes, and then I just had to color them in. Then for the upper part of the right page, I did a similar drawing that I did for the calendar with just the blanket and then the pie on top, a little pumpkin and a leaf, just keeping it pretty simple. And also I did a plaid pattern on the blanket. I really love doing that pattern. I really enjoy it. And then I just colored everything in, and then I just did the left part of the page with a mini calendar and then some more doodles, and I wrote November and the dates of the second week of the month, since it is the first full week of that month. But this is basically all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the setup and that you found some inspiration for any pages that you saw in this video. And there's also still the little flip through of all the pages at the end. So I hope you enjoyed and that this theme was fun. If you have any other theme ideas for me, please leave them in the description box down below. I'm always searching for new theme ideas, and if you are interested in any of the pages that you saw in this video, or if you like my style and you would like to check out my shop to see what else I have, then you can go check it out in the description box down below. Until then, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Also turn on the post notification bell if you want to get notified whenever I upload next. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!